so we had still weaknesses.
Interesting. What on earth was your weakness?
I had some.
Hey guys, now we are super excited to have Timo Boll on the podcast, an absolute icon and legend of the game. Now you are watching this podcast on the TTDCast YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's right. Now 75% of you guys who watch the cast videos are not subscribed, so be sure to subscribe to check out the future exciting podcasts we've got coming soon.
Absolutely. Now enjoy the talk with Timo Boll. Guys, we're back with another brand new podcast with the legendary Timo Boll. Timo, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
The newly retired Timo Boll. How is retirement treating you?
I was a bit afraid of that moment, but I shouldn't have been. It's a good life. I mean, I still have some work for some ambassadorships, but overall I have more time for my family, for hobbies, and I can enjoy much more also the partnerships.
I think that's what we've all talked about already. We want to know more about you and stuff outside of table tennis, what you get up to, and yeah, what do you do? What do you other than table tennis? What is your real passions?
At the moment, golf is quite high priority.
Nice.
So I wake up quite early at 6:15, and then I bring my daughter outside. Then she's going to school, and I'm leaving to the golf course at 7.
all those years inside in a sports hall. Now you need some.
I need some fresh air.
Yeah. Do you have a handicap at golf?
Yeah, I have handicap 16, but I'm improving. I feel I play more regularly, and it's getting better. But still, I'm struggling a lot.
It's so interesting because obviously you've got to the absolute top of table tennis, and your skill in table tennis is just beyond imagination. So it's quite interesting to know how well you can learn other sports, because a lot of research is if any athlete that gets to the top, LeBron James, they'll be very good at all other sports as well. So it'd be interesting to see how fast you do improve at golf. Like, do you pick it up at the same speed as, let's say, us, or you learn faster?
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit too late for that, but at least I feel a progress already. And I'm playing like 3-4 times a week, so quite much. And I'm getting better, but still it's on a very low level, and I just enjoy it.
There's quite a lot of table tennis players playing golf though, right? I know Primorac plays golf a lot, Jorgen Persson, Waltner. Have you played against those guys? Or
I played with Valdi, I played with Jean-Michel Seyf,
nice.
Patrick Chilard. So in former times, we often took our golf clubs with us to the tournaments, and when we lost, then we had the chance to play around. But now it's totally different on the tour. Everybody is like, it's more stressful. If you lose, you immediately call your agent when is the next flight back. And so the new generation isn't so much into golf.
Interesting. What do you think makes it more stressful now then? Why is it a bit different?
More tournaments and just the pressure to train. I mean, they don't have the chance to train if they don't go back immediately. So that's, I think, the main reason. And if they have families, I mean, it's the only chance to get some time with the family.
Sure.
I think it's something maybe a lot of people who are not table tennis pros, like obviously yourself, don't maybe appreciate and see a lot of the traveling. And actually, people can maybe have the misconception it's like a glamorous lifestyle. Of course, there is enjoyable parts to it, but with a lot of traveling with family, the stress of organizing everything can be quite tough. And it's something that maybe people don't actually see the kind of behind the scenes much, obviously.
Yeah, now I can see it more also from outside. And now I feel how stressful this way of living was, and to be like traveling around 300 days a year.
Is that what it was, about 300 days?
Yeah,
wow,
approximately. And it wasn't easy for the family and also for yourself. I mean, I was mentally quite balanced, but if you are a different type, and then it's really not so easy.
What was there anything in particular you did to try and keep, or maybe it's just your natural, the way you are, but was there anything you tried to do to take away a bit of stress, try and, you know, stay calm in the traveling times and all the chaos?
In the beginning, I tried to bring my family as often as I could. In the beginning, my wife, then also together with my daughter. But then when school started, it wasn't possible anymore. So the last few years, they were really tough for the family. And that was my, secret, or not secret, but the way how we could survive this amount of traveling and stress. And so it was always good to have the family around. And if I was outside of the venue, there was no talking about table tennis. It was about different things.
Yeah. Does your daughter play table tennis at all?
Yeah, she plays a little bit with no ambitions, but just for fun. And she's also playing for a girls team. And
Nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Sometimes I drive them to the games or tournaments.
And the other coach, the other dad's like, oh, there's Timo Boll, you know?
Sometimes I'm umpiring. So this is especially to umpire a double.
Yeah.
It's not easy, especially with the smaller ones who don't have an idea.
Yeah, you're really strict with serves.
Yeah, and you have to remember all the names and but it's fun.
Yeah. Can you feel pressure sometimes, like when your daughter's in a match or something? Can you feel nervous? Notice like
No, not so much.
No,
I'm quite relaxed.
This is good.
What about as a player? Did you find yourself being nervous? Because I know a lot of different characters. Some people don't become nervous at all, and other people, even pro players, can really suffer from nerves. So what about yourself?
Yeah, with her, I'm quite lucky that she's the type what I am. She's never too much into it, and she's not too disappointed if she's losing, and so she's quite balanced. For me, as a player, I was the same. In golf, I'm different, or in different sports. Like I'm more.
You throw the golf club.
Stressed.
I'm more stressed, and I'm freaking out sometimes, and throwing clubs and rackets, and
You may know how we feel at table tennis.
shouting bad words. I don't have myself so much under control like in table tennis. So I was very professional, I would call it.
Yeah. What was one match that you think of in your career where you say that was the best version of Timo Boll, or that was my favorite match? Is there one that stands out for you?
This is hard to say.
So many.
I got this question a lot of times in the past, but there was never a perfect match.
Yeah.
I mean, you have an opponent in front of you who's also a great player and who's smart and who force you to do mistakes. So I remember one match against one Hungarian player, and I was quite much injured, so I nearly couldn't walk.
Oh.
But I still played. I tried it, and I felt a little bit ashamed to play like this, but I tried to win, and somehow I found solutions and ways, and everything was working out. Like this was nearly perfect for these conditions.
Sure, you still found a way to win.
Because I thought I will walk in and after 3 balls I will shake his hand, but somehow it was working out.
Yeah. Timo, what do you think made you so good at table tennis? We spoke to many players, why is Timo so good? Some players have said, Timo just has an incredible ability at playing the ball to the white lines. And I don't know what you think of that. And I heard a few players say that, but obviously spin game. But what do you think it is that made you so good?
I mean, with the older balls, I tried to play my topspin a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Because then it was already falling down.
So shorter on the table.
Yeah.
The dribble shot, that is.
Yeah.
And then it kicks.
Yeah, and then it was quite low when the others tried to play counter spin, and then the physical limits were different for them. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a topspin with a lot of rotation was even better when it was very short and low than
Too deep. Yeah.
too deep to the line.
How did that change with the new ball?
With the new ball, it was more important to have a good placement.
Yeah.
So the quality doesn't matter so much now, how much you give in.
Because players can counterattack almost anyway,
I mean,
right?
it's not worth, because if you put 100% in, the ball is losing so much.
Yeah.
So
Do you think you are part of a golden generation of table tennis? The ball, almost like you, Krajang, when I think Europeans, we're biased, but Michael Mays, Vladdy, all these different styles, even Juicy Hook and Wang Lichin. It almost felt like there was so many different styles and different ways to play a table tennis match. Whereas now it's very bang.
yeah, I think there are two reasons. I mean, many of us were not, technically perfectly, like trained. So we had still weaknesses.
What on earth was your weakness?
I had some.
What do you think they were? Or if you're happy to talk about them now, you're retired.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't play so hard like Ryo Seung-min or also Waldner, or they had like harder shots.
Ryo Seung-min had an insane forehand.
His footwork.
How did you play against that?
Ryo Seung-min's footwork. He would hit a forehand from here, and then over there in the second.
With the same power.
Yeah, I just wrote some messages to him last week, and I just thought about him. Yeah, for sure, he was the fastest player ever.
Yeah, I agree. I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah, the footwork was really amazing.
Did you ever play, like, when you played like Ryo Seung-min, were you just like, this is gonna be hard to beat him today? Like, did you ever have that in your mind, or is it like, I don't know, like, because Ma Lin, for example, unbelievable, and you were able to beat these players and Ma Long, but it must be so hard to go out there and give yourself that energy to go and win.
Yeah, I mean, against Rio, I had so much confidence because I could receive his serve quite well. I could put it short, and then he played it long. I started to play my rotation spins, and he was in big trouble because he had also a very fast racket. And the other way around, when I served, he couldn't play short, and then I was starting again, and it was one of my favorite top players to play.
Sure. I guess that's what you mastered, right? You mastered the short game so well. Like, even when you played Ma Long, amazing service, you was able to touch him short and always get in. You were so good at just getting your game in the play.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to play short, and because it was the best for my game. And I tried always to put the spin out of the serve. This was my strategy most of the time. So this was at that time maybe a little bit unique. But now it's a little bit different, the style. Many players try to attack already the serve, and I also had to adapt to that a little bit.
Can I ask you, your forehand receive, your finger would go way up the middle of the bat. What was the reason behind that? What did that give you?
A little bit more stability, because I could put a little bit pressure with my finger on the middle of the racket, of the rubber. And then I could also push a little bit better if I played long.
So in your mind, you're sensing that.
Yeah, it's a bit like a backhand block with the thumb a bit, right? It's a similar...
When I played short, I think I didn't touch it. But when I pushed long, I used it.
Put some pressure, yeah.
Right, we're all doing that. That's fascinating. It's interesting because Dimitri yesterday was talking a lot about his backhand with the thumb and how much he presses the thumb when he plays the backhand, and he was ripping crazy backhands. Like, what are you feeling? And it's interesting you said that with the touch, because the forehand touch, a lot of players struggle with the forehand side, and you kept the ball so well on the forehand side.
Yeah, it's a lot of practice. I mean, I remember my last game against Hugo, and I was struggling with his serve, and I always try to keep it short. And suddenly I found my feeling for that, and then the whole game changed a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's still an important shot.
For sure.
Just going back a little bit to your career as a whole, who would you say, I mean, maybe hard to pick one person, but who would you say had the biggest influence over your career? Was it someone in your family, parents, a certain coach, maybe?
For sure, I have to name Helmut Hampel. He was the first real professional coach. And I was with him until I was 26. So from 8 to 26. So he was like my mentor and nearly my second father. I mean, we saw every day, and he gave me most of my knowledge.
That's really interesting. So I'm not sure if everyone really knows that. So I think it's really interesting.
What a legend he is to, like, you know, push you when you were younger. I mean, when you were 8, can you remember what he was like with you? Was he like, come on, Timo, get to the training hall? Was he aggressive, or was he calm? Was he really pushing you? Can you remember any of that at that age?
I wouldn't call me lazy at that time, but like sometimes he had to push me, of course.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, I was close to lazy. But on the other hand, I loved already the sport, and but to train every day for 2-3 hours and do physical training, this wasn't my thing. I really like to play matches and exercises with serves and receive, but he was really keen about footwork and to have a stable technique. And so we played most of the time, like after the summer break, which was 2 weeks. The first 5 or 6 weeks we didn't do one serve, like only footwork and not one crazy shot. He was shouting on us like.
So just consistency and just basics.
Only basics and consistency.
I think it's really interesting because there's always the balance in table tennis when you're trying to coach someone or improve of get the basics right, get good footwork, get the technique. But many players can kind of get this, but then they come to a match and it doesn't necessarily all come together. So the serve return throws them out, or they can't play matches. It's a different skill having good technique and playing matches still. So obviously you had both, but it's a tough balance for it at times.
And then when I was 15, we moved up to the first division, and one Chinese player joined our team. His name was Xu Zheng Cai. And he showed me also the small things about table tennis, like how to receive, don't hit it straight, a little bit from the side, and all these small little tweaks.
Actually making
there's so many of those in table tennis. It's an endless amount of that.
I'm just thinking, we did a video yesterday of Dimitri, and he did his tomahawk serves to us, and they're really heavy backspin. Like, I literally put 6 in the net. I didn't get one back, right? And he was then talking about, like, you need to feel the touch, and you would just come to it and probably just go around the side of it easily. And you know, I've been playing for 20 years and still can't put that serve back. And so it's the intricate things, I guess, that you've managed to learn from these professional coaches and yourself and players.
Yeah, it's a combination of help from outside, but also realize it yourself.
Learning from mistakes and
When you were at 15 and well, actually, take a step back. I remember seeing a video of you, tiny Timo. You could barely see over the table when you're playing. Do you remember that video?
Sure.
That? Was that at your house or?
In like the shed.
Yeah. So this room still exists.
Oh, really?
My parents still live there.
That's so cool.
No table anymore there, but all the trophies and medals and
still a legacy there.
They must be so proud.
Yeah, they are, of course. I mean, but I remember when I played there, and we played nearly every day.
Yeah,
like just 10 to 15 minutes, but
It looks like it's a lot of fun. Did your dad just play a lot of fun games with you, or was he doing structured stuff? Because you're only young, 4 or 5 years old, right? So
Yeah, in the beginning we didn't play table tennis. We just rolled the ball over the table and then just play it from that side, not over the net. And then the exercises were harder and harder. In the end, we put some like a goal behind, and he had to win a point, but I had to shoot also in the goal to win a point, because I was getting better and better. So some handicaps for me.
Good memories though. Lovely that you've got them recorded as well, that you can see them for future, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Jumping forward then to 15, kind of 16, 17, becoming your own man on the stage. You were kind of coming up as Jan-Ove Waldner was kind of at the peak and coming down. And again, some crazy rallies of there's one in particular. I think it's a team match, Germany versus Sweden, and he's just stood there like he's drinking a coffee, blocking you.
I know which one.
that one's got millions of views.
This was embarrassing for me.
One of the very few videos online where it's someone embarrassing Timo and then you're doing it to someone else.
Yeah. But how good was it to see him, I guess, as European, kind of taking on the world and getting to play him, getting to challenge him, getting to beat him and surpass him in certain ways?
I mean, Waldi was, of course, also my idol next to Jörg Roskopf. And to be able to play him and to have the opportunity at that time, I was just happy about it. And luckily, I could beat him immediately in the in our first game in the European Championships. So he was just coming from the World Championships without losing one set, and we played in the second round. He never heard of me for sure. And then I think it was 2014 in the fifth set for him, and then finally I beat him 27-25. So this was
we always say this, you went through so many changes, 21 to 11, speed glue, then not speed glue, the ball changing 3 times.
Service rule.
Yes. Hiding the serve. How difficult did that for you to keep changing, keep evolving, keep staying ahead?
At least it was always interesting to adapt, and I always tried to take some advantage from it, to get used to it faster than the others. And so especially with the bigger ball, a lot of people told me this will be a big problem for you with your style. But somehow I was also in the first tournament, I think in the World Cup, in the final, and I had not so many problems with it.
I always think, when I think about your career, let's say you play, I don't know, let's say you play Harimoto 2 years ago or whatever, because you went through such a crazy era with Marlin hiding serves and Waltner and stuff, you probably actually learned a lot of a really good ability to then read serves when they do move their arm out of the way. Whereas Harimoto has never had that. He's just always had someone moving the arm out of the way. So he's not, do you know what I mean? They're probably the skill you learnt, the cues, your ability to read serves is probably one of the best, because you've gone through a generation of players who had to learn what spins on it without even seeing the contact, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's probably helped you keep at the top for such a long time as well, with the different areas.
In the beginning, I had to learn to look more at the ball, not only the movement, but also follow the ball, checking the stamp, how much rotation is inside, and then immediately change the wrist angle. So this is what a lot of young players may be missing, because they just go with the backhand and they just think about this topspin, banana topspin flick, and not so much about other possibilities.
Sure. Yeah, and it's like you've played players like Per Garel who have got some of the craziest serves, and we've played Per and tried to receive the serves, and we're push or whatever, and just get it so wrong. And when we watch you play him, you just have no problem. So You know,
Yeah, as a lefty, it was
I
easier.
guess, yeah.
It's a strong advantage.
Yeah. But it's like there's so many elements to table tennis. It's not just always about big Rusuming forehands. It's about can you receive the serve well? Can you put it in a different position? And it's, like I said, it's not always about having the always the biggest, fastest shots as such.
Yeah, using your brain, a lot of it. How about then? So your battle to become number one in the world against kind of Team China at that time. I think of kind of Wang Liqin, with probably still, maybe in your opinion, has he got the best forehand there's ever seen? Or does Ma Long? Or
Yeah, maybe. I mean, physically he was for sure the strongest, and yeah, big idol also for me. How he was hitting the forehand, how he was moving, also for his height. He was still very flexible, and maybe Rye Seung-min's forehand was different. It was much less spin,
okay,
maybe harder, but the combination of Wang Liqin's topspin was crazy. Like it was so hard, so spinny,
Interesting.
and so like powerful. He hit it so early.
Yeah.
Who from your career, of all the eras you played in, who would be a player where you thought, if you got them in the draw, let's say, and you saw at a tournament, you thought, oh no, I've got to play him. What was that one? Maybe there was more than one, but if you had to pick one player where you thought, oh no, I don't like to play him, who would that be?
Like Adrian Krishan, he was one player which I feared a little bit for his level.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
What do you think it was? His serve or just his general style?
Yeah, you have sometimes opponents who exactly play what you don't like.
Yeah.
The rhythm, the speed, the spin, the serve. Like he was reading my game so well, and
Yeah. Was it once in the Olympics where you lost against him, right? Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
yeah, I lost a few times against him.
Yeah, there's always that one player where you have this like
like
a
a bogey
bogey player, we call it. Yeah. It's like you really just struggle with the style.
Sometimes when I play Tom.
Yeah, but we just know each other's game.
Did you not try to come up with a solution then? Let's say Adrian, did you not think, okay, what can I do differently? Or you just didn't find a solution?
Of course, I beat him a few times, or like it was 50-50. But I had always the feeling it has to run so well for me to beat him. And I have to play so free and so relaxed. If I get a little bit stressed, then yeah, for sure I lose him.
So you're playing a tournament and you see then on the draw Adrian Krisan. Would you rather Adrian Krisan or Ma Long?
What a question.
I guess I still have a better score against Krishy than Ma Long, but no, I mean, the matchups against Ma Long, they were always like
You had some great
also
battles.
enjoyable. I mean,
Really?
you never knew with him. Sometimes he was like, a god. But on the other hand, he had also some bad moments. Yeah, when he was missing the forehand a little bit, and in that time his backhand was anyway not the strongest, so you could catch him
Yeah.
in the right moment.
Interesting.
do you consider, or who do you consider to be the greatest of all time, the GOAT?
Like nearly perfect for me was Fan Zhendong when he was at his peak level, because his backhand was so good, his forehand, he was moving so explosive, he was safe, he was powerful, his serve is better than you would expect,
Right.
and I could never beat him, even if I was playing really, really good. I had like 3 or 4 matchups where I thought I played really my best table tennis of all time,
Wow.
and I still lost it.
That's crazy.
tough.
Crazy. And do you feel like feeling before going into the match? Like, do you feel I'm feeling good today? I have a chance, or is it during the game where you start getting that feeling?
I was always trying. I never was too afraid, but I always tried. I always knew if I play really good, then my opponents have to play also at their top level. So this was the mindset where I was going into the match.
Yeah.
Just on Fan Zhendong, the fans love it. You two are good friends, aren't you? You've been to Borussia Dortmund to watch the football. How close are you? Do you talk? Can you
Yeah, we write each other regularly and meet if we can.
Yeah.
So yeah, luckily he's now in Germany.
Yeah. I was going to ask.
Exciting to have him in the Bundesliga.
I was a bit sad for him losing
Yeah.
the first 2 games, but I told him, keep your head up. No, don't worry.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that? Do you think it's just an adjustment period for him coming here? Because obviously people wouldn't never expect him to lose these first 2 games.
Yeah, it's not so easy. Also, the players are not bad, and the tables are sometimes a little bit more slippery than he's not used to in China. And yeah, I mean, even for him, it's not easy to beat everyone. Like,
Yeah, it shows how tough it is.
This is what we were discussing recently. In the Spiegel generation back in the day, if you saw Timo's in the draw, Samson's in the draw, you could predict very quickly, 4-0, 4-0, 4-0. Timo will be playing Samsonov, and then maybe Timo versus whoever in the final. But today's generation, it's really hard to do that. Even from like the round of 64, it's like there's so many upsets. And I don't know if you think the same as a fan watching as well. Like there's so many. It's really hard to predict who's going to win now. The depth's got stronger. Was your level just so good back in the day, or do you think the depth in general in table tennis has just got bigger?
you don't get so many advantages if you are better in some skills. I have the feeling, because the quality of the shots isn't so high anymore. So you cannot use that so much
You don't
more.
get a cheaper point.
If you are more precise, or it makes not so much difference anymore. If you like, when I got a half long ball and I started,
Really spun it.
Big
in.
advantage for you. Yeah.
there was so much quality in the spin, and then it was hard for the opponent to win the point. Now it's nearly a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Well, you
people,
get countered.
people
It's better to push it back sometimes. It's crazy.
Is that because of the ball change?
Yeah,
Spins less.
I would say.
Yeah.
The quality of the ball is so good now that I think it's bad for table tennis.
Yeah.
Interesting though,
Say
yeah.
me about that. Sorry, the quality. Or I didn't get that part.
The quality of the ball
Yeah.
is so good
Oh right. I
that
see.
that it's bad for table tennis, because the players can risk now so much.
Right.
So they don't have to hesitate or just place it and go a little bit back. And
The feeling is not needed as much, right? You ain't got like spinny.
Someone's name who got brought up when we discussed this before was Jun Mitsutani, like where you would start with a really heavy spin, and many times we see in matches between you, he would just safe block this first ball back,
and then he's
there would be a
stepping
rally.
back 1 or 2 steps, and then
But you don't see this now.
there was a rally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now you don't see this safe block. It's
No,
directly just counterattack.
It's interesting, isn't it?
because you have a 50, 60, 70% chance to counter top spin
Yeah.
it.
Right.
And
Better to be
before it
aggressive.
was like 10, 20%.
Yeah, to hit it
if
so
you went
well.
to counter, you didn't get that timing perfect. It just went to the barriers. Yeah.
I have
Fascinating.
a business idea for you. Table Tennis Daily Legends Tournament.
Okay, that'd be cool.
We bring back, or Jun Mitsutani made me think of it.
The cello ball, everything.
Yes.
With the old material.
I would watch
We
that.
fresh glue the rackets.
Yes, we'll get everyone involved. It'll be amazing.
But how crazy was it when you think about it, like that everyone was speed gluing? When you think about that though, that it was quite wild, wasn't it? I remember we were...
Yeah, with like chemicals and stuff,
Yeah,
and
we-
there would be a glue room. It can't be good.
when you think about it now in today's world, that it was wild. There was a reason why I had to stop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
crazy.
Smell.
Yeah, it was strong stuff.
Talking of kind of equipment side of things, you've obviously been involved over the years with Butterfly in developing blades and equipment. You've obviously got a massively popular blade range with your name. How much have you been involved in terms of developing and working with Butterfly? You obviously your brand sponsor on the equipment side of things.
The blade, I started to play with that kind of blade when I was 14 or 15.
Wow.
So it was the prototype. And in that day, they called it Viscaria.
Yeah.
And I started to play with Viscaria. There was no Timo Boll blade in that moment. And then they changed it to, I think, Timo Boll Spirit.
All Spirit, yeah.
I have my Bowl Spirit over there.
One over there.
There was no Viscaria anymore. But because of a lot of Chinese players, they didn't want to play, also from the professionals, to play a Timo Boll blade. they bring back a Viscaria blade, which was the same. Well, it's still the same.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I always, then they called it a little bit different, the ALC series. So,
Do you, when you get a prototype, do you give feedback? This one doesn't feel good, it's too heavy, or it doesn't spin?
like, I was more involved, like, for the rubbers.
Okay.
Like,
Energies and-
there I was always testing the prototypes, and I told them, yeah, this one is good, this one try to make more sticky or harder or whatever. And into the Dignix 09C, I was completely involved. Like, this was my attempt for Butterfly, doing a good rubber.
Yeah.
Like a stickier type one.
Yeah, because I always had the feeling I have a disadvantage comparing to the Asian players, that they have much more sticky and grippy rubbers, and especially for the tough shots, it's much easier if you have more grip.
I guess you've pioneered the next generation then, because now so many players now are using the grippier rubbers, the 09C, Dignix 05, and now there's a new rubber, Zaya, which I think is now, it has similar properties. And it's like you said, it's so much better in the counter topspin game, which is important now. I guess with the older style rubbers in today's generation, it's difficult to use because the ball can just go so far. Like, you need that grip.
Yeah, Sire is, I think, a little bit back in the other direction. It goes more like straight and straightforward, and I think it's especially for the backhand a quite good rubber, because sometimes it's hard to get over the ball and push it down. And as you have more possibilities to be aggressive now with the backhand, this is a good option, I think.
Yeah.
Do you find the equipment side of things in table tennis interesting, or would you rather just have a bat, stick with it and play, or did you find it interesting to, understand the rubbers? Because I know some players are really into it. I mean, there's a video online of you gluing and with the weights of your blade and getting that correct and stuff. So I know that part, but just tell us a little bit about that side.
Yeah, I was very sensitive because I felt every difference. Like 1 gram was nearly unplayable for me. If the rubber is especially too soft, then it was not so good for me. Because I wanted to have the exact feedback when I put so much energy inside. I wanted to have the same energy out and no help from the rubber.
Sure. And have you been to Butterfly Japan quite a bit, haven't you? The headquarters there. What's that like? Because I know it's quite a secretive base, right? All sorts of stuff going there, secrets and stuff. Is it cool?
Yeah, the factory is quite cool to see how many steps a rubber or blade takes until it's a finished product.
It's a complex process.
I was very surprised that when they put the rubber and the sponge together, it's made by hand. It's not a robot or a machine.
Wow.
So they have like 3 or 4 workers who do it by hand.
Right.
Wow.
So this was,
perfect.
and it's very difficult. Like
It's a highly skilled thing to do, yeah.
if you just put the rubber, it's very thin and wobbly, and
Yeah.
like they do like 60 rubbers in 60 seconds like this, like a,
Wow. I guess they have to get through a lot of rubbers in a day.
yeah.
I mean,
But not so many people can do it. Like
Yeah,
they told me.
Fascinating. So as a skill to it. And obviously the Boll ALC is an outer carbon blade. Have you ever tried, let's say, an inner carbon blade? It's quite a lot of
You
players,
did experiment
You
a bit
changed a
later
bit,
on, right,
yeah.
in your career?
Yeah, when my body started to get weaker and weaker, and I had also some injuries where I couldn't turn so quick. So I thought I need some more help or speed from the racket. So I tried to use the Primorac Carbon blade, which I guess is one of the fastest.
Yeah.
But really hard to control.
That's the thing, yeah.
But after a while, I could control it quite well, and I had some good results also with it. I won the European Championships. I was in
won the
the
European Championships.
Wasn't a bad result.
also I went to the semi-final in Houston in the World Championships.
Yeah.
Rules. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, you can play with it. So it's possible.
Tim, you talked about your twist and turn then when you played like a forehand, right? And I've heard different people say, but in your mind when you play a shot, you really think about the core. Is that correct? Have you got any sort of like secrets you can give now of like something you found when you were playing forehands and backhands? What are you thinking? Like,
Yeah, when Wang Lichin came up, and I think he didn't lose a game for 1.5 years. I always watched his games, and I saw that he's very stable, especially in the core, and then I also tried to be more stable, and it wasn't so easy. Like I couldn't concentrate so well on that, so the result was I always put pressure, and I had a nice core during the whole practice. Also, when I was collecting the balls, and
right.
Oh, wow.
like for years.
What, like tensing it? Trying to activate it?
Exactly.
Consciously thinking about it. Interesting.
To get used to it. And after like 18 months, maybe 1.5 years,
Becomes subconscious somehow.
it was like automatically.
It was activating on its own.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Why does having a strong core, an activated core, help for table tennis? Does it give you more power, or is it about stability?
Yeah, especially when the rallies became so fast. So it was, I had this short movement already, and it was even helping me to be more stable and have more control.
One of the shots you play, you're here and Marlon sends it down the line. You have this ability to like catch the ball so fast. It's a very short moving, like, what shot we're talking about.
Yeah, fast arm.
Yeah, and it's how that shot is so important. I feel when you're playing the top guys.
The rescue shot, we call it.
The rescue shot. But you still get quality on it.
Yeah, you need the stability, but also this one-step movement.
Okay.
Like just one step.
Yeah, you like step. There's like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
So being in the right rhythm.
Mm-hmm. And is that through lots of multi-ball to improve that specific skill, or is it just something you try and practice? Okay, play me here, and I'm gonna one step and play the ball.
Yeah, the multi-ball can help, and also the concentration on that. Just be ready mentally also to do that.
Yeah. I mean, mental is key, right? You just got to be so switched on in table tennis. Like any second of thinking about something else and the ball's gone.
Yeah, you need to have some basics, which you don't have to concentrate on, but other things you always have to concentrate on that.
Sure.
There is no automatism for that.
And fair play to you, because at the events you had so much media coverage. Like, I mean, we were always there chasing you. Timo, it must have been tough for you to always be able to like play tournaments and just block out everything when you're then on the table. How did you manage that? Because I remember once watching you prepare for going out on court. You had to play someone, and there was media around you, and the cameras on you, and they're asking some questions, and you're like kind of warming up and getting ready to go out. Must have been quite challenging to still stay in that zone.
Yeah, this was only for me when I entered the box. Then there was full focus.
Right.
Before, not so much. I mean, I enjoyed talking to other players and discussing other themes. And then I also got not so nervous.
Okay, yeah, good point. Yeah.
It's almost a good way to stay relaxed, almost by not over focusing too early, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your number one tip for not feeling nerves? If you feel nerves in a tournament, how do you get out of that?
Don't care about winning or losing.
Well, that's difficult. Okay. You got
only take care on yourself, how you play, how you force yourself. But winning comes automatically, or losing comes automatically. It's not in your hands anymore.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of psychologists say, right? It's about the process and not the result, and really locking into that process.
You mentioned about having time to discuss things with other players outside of table tennis. Jonathan Groff said you make an amazing coffee. So you have to go to Timo's and have a coffee. Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a quite good skills now. So I learned a lot. Also by traveling and discussing with different baristas all over the world. And this was my hobby, like finding the best cafes in the world and talking to the baristas about beans and recipes, and
Fascinating.
get also this sensitivity for like sourness or sweetness. And yeah.
You're in charge of coffee, Tom. I
don't think there's much on Timo's level, but I'm more of a coffee addict than a connoisseur, I would say. But, yeah.
But
first thing at an event is, where's a coffee for Tom?
Yeah, that's always important.
Where is your favorite coffee from?
Oh, that's hard to say. Like for filter coffees, I like Ethiopian.
Okay.
And for darker roasts, more like South American, Brazil.
Wow.
Colombian.
Is there a good cafe around here that does a Timo approved coffee?
Yeah, here in Germany, or especially here in Düsseldorf, there are a lot of good cafes. So, yeah.
We need to get out there.
Maybe we'll even see a Timo Boll cafe one.
The third coffee wave is existing here in Germany.
Yeah.
Nice.
Have you not thought about setting up your own coffee shop? That would be cool.
Yeah, I enjoy to prepare my coffee, but only 2 or 3 a day, not more.
For everyone else. Then it's not a hobby. It becomes
it's hard work.
Yeah.
Is there, throughout your career, which has spanned over so many decades, do you keep any memorabilia from any other players, or maybe a piece of your own that you love?
There were so many moments which I love to remember and to look back. I remember one time that we played, I think, a world team against China, but this was on Christmas.
Wow.
First time I wasn't home at Christmas, but my wife allowed it. we received a quite high price appearance fee for that.
Yeah.
And Vladi Samsonov was a good friend of mine, and we were sitting on Christmas Eve together after the game, and we were watching a movie together, and like after 90 minutes I was asking him something about the movie, and then I watched him and he was sleeping. But finally he went back to his room. But I will never forget that. So sitting with Vladi at Christmas Eve in China.
That's unique. Yeah.
So funny.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Have you got any more wild stories like that? Any stories that really stand out?
I think all the party moments are not for here. But one time the party was so hard that I missed 2 flights back to Germany.
Oh,
yeah, this was...
Was that after a big tournament? Or?
This was... I had a little bit trouble with my wife because it was nice weather and we were already talking that we do some stuff at home, and Yeah, I couldn't manage to fly back.
I like the wording that I couldn't manage to fly.
Do you remember who you were with? Were you with some other players, or was it?
Yeah, it
Team
was
Germany?
it was the World Championships in Sweden, World Team Championships, and we went to the final. And it was a tough tournament. I had a lot of injuries during the tournament, and always fighting to help the team. And finally, we made it to the final against China. So I had the feeling it was a big win for us, and
Huge.
so the celebration was
Just as big.
just as big.
Awesome.
Just talking a bit about, you mentioned a couple of injuries there over your career. I know a lot of people will be quite aware of your career highlights, what you've won, what you've achieved. But what was one of the toughest moments or toughest periods through your career that maybe people wouldn't know about? Because people celebrate your highlights, but they maybe don't know the tough parts to it.
Maybe in the end, the shoulder injury, because I was not sure if I can make it back,
Right.
because it took so long, and I tried so many ways to solve the problem. And
When was this? How old were you?
This is more recent.
This is
right?
Yeah.
this is pretty recent, right?
so the last 2 years before the Olympics, from 2022 till 2024. So this was a hard time, because I was not sure to come back, but I would have accepted it if that would have been the end,
But you weren't
to
quite
stop
ready.
because of an injury.
Yeah.
But
You've done well then to get through it, because
Yeah.
injuries can be so blooming annoying, and trying to get rid of it. And in your mind, you feel like, oh, it's never going to go.
I had the feeling it's so complicated.
Yeah, and obviously
We cannot
the
find a
movement.
solution, and maybe I need another surgery or whatever. And nobody could tell me what it is.
Yeah.
So they couldn't see anything in the MRIs or so.
Yeah, frustrating.
What
There was
did you
no
do?
clear diagnostics, and
How did you get over it then? Was it a lot of gym work, or
in the end, every day in the gym, 2 hours, and
2 hours in the gym? Wow.
like
Like Therabands? Sorry, like is it Therabands and like?
only this boring exercises.
Yeah, like
First with 1 kilo, then 2
Okay,
kilo, and in every direction. And also the treatments of the physiotherapists, they were so painful, and
Wow.
like everything was blue and green and yellow. And I still have pictures from that. It was really a mess, and it was hard to handle mentally also. Yeah.
done well getting through it.
I remember you coming. Yeah, you had a bit of a rush to get enough points for qualification for the Olympics, wasn't it? Because you were due to play in Manchester for a feeder.
Oh yeah, that was it.
And we were thinking, oh, this is brilliant. When are we going to see Timo? Didn't play. It was good for us because a member of TTD, Louis, who's from England, got to play in your place.
Ah,
So he
okay.
took
your spot.
Yeah,
He took your spot.
all the other players were joking me. Finally you also play a feeder. And
But you had a really good. I can't remember what tournament it was before, but you were ranked really low. But you maybe won it or went really, really far, and that gave you a real boost in the points, if I remember. Do you?
yeah, I won the Qatar Open just in front, but still I wanted to play in Manchester. I booked already the flight and the hotel by myself. Get all the informations which subway I have to take from the hotel to the venue, because there was no organization.
He would have picked you up. Yeah, you're in England.
It'd take you to Man United. That wouldn't be a very good match nowadays.
Yeah.
Very bad.
So, but then I got ill, so that was the reason why I didn't play.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then for Paris, because there was a lot of, I mean, even we were discussing it at the time, because you and Patrick, it was which one's going to get the call, and Timo got it, not Patrick. How did you handle that as a group? Because as Team Germany, you must be very close after all these years, especially Patrick, who kind of grew up. There's videos of you two playing, and Patrick's small. And
Yeah, it was a tough decision. I mean, especially for Jörg Roskopf,
Yeah.
maybe the hardest he ever took. And of course, I felt sorry for Patrick. He's a very good friend of mine. I know him as a little kid when he practiced in my house. And so I knew his results and how he played at that moment, and not going there.
Yeah.
It was really frustrating for him. But on the other way, I had also good results, and I was coming back from the injury and beating some of the best players in the world, a lot of top 10 players, and so it was just a tough decision. That's why I don't want to be a coach.
Definitely tough.
Because it's sometimes it's not so easy.
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people watching this podcast, Timo, will be players out there just trying to improve. There's a lot of like enthusiasts. Do you have like really good go-to tips for people to practice just to improve? You know, get like people say the same level for many, many years. What can they do?
What are the most important things from your perspective?
Yeah, not at a professional level, you know, like an
amateur level.
Yeah, just.
For me, it was always important to do it regularly, not too long breaks. Just
repetition.
Yeah, be in the rhythm. Don't get crazy ideas.
But actually, it's funny, but this is a really good point. Like a lot of people try and do crazy things, but actually, like it's a really good tip, just playing more. Play more. Like for amateur players, if you play more than another amateur player, you will, in the end, get better results, right? Sometimes it is simple sometimes.
Yeah, for me, it's the same now in golf. Like sometimes I have a week where I play nearly every day. And then when I went to vacation, I couldn't play for 4 weeks, and then I got so nervous.
And then the club went in the lake.
Yeah, I felt a difference, of course. So
it's funny.
It must feel really strange knowing that like Marlon can hit a big topspin at you and the ball's coming at 100 miles an hour and spinning, and your brain can calculate it. Bang. Yet this golf ball is just sat there, waiting for you, moving.
Yeah, but 1 degree has a bigger effect.
Would you, after playing golf and table tennis, what is a harder sport to master?
I mean, for me now, mentally, golf for sure.
Many players say the mental side of golf is so tough. But then you'd think table tennis as well, though, mentally. You got, you know, Rusu Ming with his forehand, or Ma Long, and there's so many complex players. But
yeah, I would love to do any sport with the confidence I had in table tennis. So to be sure I hit it exactly the right way, and I don't have to concentrate it on that so much. So it's like automatic.
You could go back in time and change anything. What would you change anything at all?
Maybe even more service training.
Interesting.
Even more service training. Yeah.
How much?
And how much more? Yeah.
Like when I was young, we did like 3-4 times a week for half an hour. But yeah, as my serve was not so risky, I would call it. It was more about placement and small changes, and also my whole like strategy was like getting like a how to describe it. Like if I put an easy serve, I get an easy receive, like a clear receive, nothing too complicated, and I can work with that. Like if I do a high throw serve, and you never know what will come back.
Sure.
That was actually we got a few questions from fans, and one of the questions was like, you innovated so much in your career, but we never saw you do a high toss serve, and that was actually one of the questions. So do you think that was the reason, just to not overcomplicate the serve then, to get the return you wanted?
Because I couldn't predict what will come back. So this was important for me to have the prediction, also 2 or 3 or 4 options, but not crazy. Like,
because you weren't then someone thinking, okay, I'm going to try and win the point outright on my serve. You're thinking more about what the rally's going to do. And
yeah, like when I put a side up serve straight the line down, I was sure short is only possible, deep to the forehand a little bit higher, or the flick. If he flicks with backhand, it's more like parallel, or if he do a banana, it's more diagonal. So physically, it was quite clear for me what will happen with that serve.
Interesting. So you can see how much, even just talking there, how much knowledge you have for your game and all these different things just from
this I had for every serve.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I had
Can you tell a couple more?
20 different serves. And for every serve, I had like 3 or 4 options, which will happen like 90% of the time.
You know the combination so well. Yeah.
Was there like 10-all 7th set Timo serve, like maybe the reverse, or maybe you put less spin on, like you say? Was there one that you would go to a lot? You knew?
It depends on the opponent.
Yeah.
Especially sometimes I put this kick serve, the short kick serve.
Dan knows
If it's
about the kick
close.
serve.
I've got nightmares.
I remember. Yeah, this was an important point. I used that.
Timo really thought about that. So he's like, I want this 11-0. What serve is going to do?
Is that because even if they get it back, you know it's going to be a kind of a loose kind of top spin, so then you can
it cannot be short, and I can wait for it. And most of the time they kick it.
Yeah.
Also, it's hard to be brave on this kind of like a return on this kind of serve when you're a bit tight and it's 10-10. Like if it's like a short backspin, you could really hack it. But with this, you have to be a little bit more cautious, right? So it's a clever one, yeah.
When did the Timo headband era come in? Because you started with a bandana, like a folded bandana, and then into the headband. When and why did you start doing that?
It started quite early because I had, when I was younger, quite long hair, and this McDonald's hairstyle.
McDonald's hairstyle. Great.
And it was disturbing already. I started to sweat, and the sweat was running down the face. And I think some tennis players in that time also used that. So it was cool to me, and then I tried it out.
Well, we've just started using it. Well, we haven't started for the last year.
Yeah, they're both taking inspiration from it and both using the headband.
It's fantastic.
Now,
It does help. Before I had the headband, I would be sweating on the table.
Yeah,
it's
it helps.
so much better. It really does help.
Yeah.
And we were saying it gives you like 5% extra to your game, but it's just like a rubbish stat we've made up, whether it's true.
Yeah, we said it yesterday. We met some amateur players. I say amateur players like we're pros. Some enthusiast players, and they said about the headband to Dan, and Dan said, yeah, it gives you 5% more spin, 10% more power. And I started laughing, and they were like, oh, that's really interesting. I was like, he's not telling the truth.
They came straight to the club, Borussia club shop to buy a headband, I think.
But it helps to gain some seconds of concentration. I mean, if you
I know,
if you're just stressed to
Maybe Hugo needs a headband because Hugo does this a lot.
Yeah.
He's well known for
And
this.
Fan Zhendong as well. Fan Zhendong's constantly.
he is.
Maybe
they should try.
I'm going to have to give a WhatsApp message to Fan Zhendong. Tell him.
I have now some to give away.
So the next Bundesliga match, we might see Fan Zhendong with a...
I would have one of your headbands, Steve.
I was about to say, if you've got any in that bag, come on.
Yeah, we can do a giveaway.
Yeah, let's do it. We actually have the Zaya 03 giveaway as well.
I still have some from earlier days, like this
Old school ones.
folded ones, not the butterfly ones.
Cool. Do you have anything like that from other players? Maybe like Wildness sweatband or a t-shirt?
I have a lot of shirts.
Yeah, okay.
Signed shirts.
That's cool.
What would be your
I have
favorite one?
I have a small collection.
Yeah.
Wow.
But only world champions and Olympic champions, World Cup champions.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Or is that in your house, like a whole area for it dedicated?
Yeah, in the basement, the whole corridor is
Nice. Is that your man cave?
full of. Yeah, a little bit.
Got your golf down there. And
Yeah.
Yeah, the golf is in the living room.
Okay.
So not in the basement.
Amazing. Well, Timo, look, thanks so much for coming on the podcast today. It's been so much fun. And what a career you've had and so many cool insights there. And as fans as well, watching you, it's been so great to watch you over the years.
It really has been a pleasure, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for doing so much for our sport in a different way. And thanks for having me.
No problem. It's been
Thanks
brilliant.
so much, Timo. We'll see you around, all right?
Yes.
Maybe on the golf course.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
would love to.
Thanks, Timo.
Thanks, Timo.
Guys, there was Timo Boll. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out Timo Boll on his Instagram and websites and links in the description, and also Butterfly with the Zaya 03 rubber. And yeah, thanks for watching.